we dedicate this podcast to all those who have been suffering while the world has been watching.
To the almost 1,200 people most brutally killed in Israel.
Those raped, to the 251 lives taken hostage on October 7th, 50 of them still held captive, physically and mentally abused, starved, deprived of their humanity, and too often of our empathy.
To their families, whose lives were frozen on a day that reawakened centuries of Jewish trauma.
And traumatized a whole society.
A day that the world-renowned trauma scholar Yael Danieli called the worst day in Jewish history since the Holocaust.
A day whose horrors have been followed by a harrowing global wave of anti-Semitism.
A day of genocidal violence, as the leading Holocaust scholar Omar Bartov described.
To the nearly 60,000 lives killed in Gaza.
Too many of them children who will never get to graduate as we did this year.
To almost 150,000 wounded, the maimed, the grieving.
To a community whose deepest wounds were reawakened by a violence that the victim rights pioneer Yael Danieli called way worse than the Nakba.
To a community traumatized for generations.
To the names turned into numbers, the lives lost under the rubble, the families and homes erased.
To the almost 2 million people displaced, starved, deprived of fuel, water, food, medical aid, and safety. Shot while waiting to eat, fearing to lose the little that is left of their home.
A devastation that a large and growing number of scholars and human rights organizations call a genocide.
We bow our heads before the unspeakable pain and resilience of all innocent human siblings who live and die in Israel and Palestine.
We dedicate this podcast series to the blessed memory of Tal Haimi,
Laura Zayeh,
Jerry Zayeh,
Haim,
and Mahmoud.
To Udi Goren, Ella Haimi, Tal's wife and their children Nir, Einaf, Udi, and Lotan.
To Khalil Zayeh, his mother and his siblings.
To Zima and Mai, who shared their loss so generously and so powerfully with us.
With words we borrow from our dear guest, Rabbi Dr. Tirza Firestone.
May our hearts grow large enough.
And may our tears become abundant enough.
To mourn every life taken.
Every universe destroyed.